Killybegs, where there would be a disco on a Saturday night with maybe 400 or 500 young people at it, where you have one guard to actually police that after that happens. And that's not safe for the guard themselves, never mind for the members of the public, because for one guard to be operating on their own isn't acceptable. So how is that going to change under the new plan?
Well, I think I want to point to we're also undergoing a roster reform. So the roster at the moment does load the staff towards the beginning of the week, and we want to change the roster so that it more evenly reflects the actual demands that are placed upon us in terms of providing a service. And a lot of that is about the nighttime economy right across Ireland. And so that's a specific thing we want to achieve from the roster. A second thing we want to achieve from the roster is the provision of training time. So not training on overtime, or not training that needs backfill, but actual training which can be done on duty time, and members then can regularly avail of that training, and that's part of in effect their cycle of shifts.
I'd like to ask as well in relation to, like, for example, in training for Gardaí and stuff like that. There, like, I know that guards have been trained for bicycle use and bicycle patrolling, but yet they haven't been given any equipment or any protective clothing to wear, and anything like that, and it won't be available for, I think, probably until next year. And I'm just wondering about how the coordination of that is taking place when that's the kind of thing that happens. Obviously, it must be very frustrating for members, but it'd be frustrating for the public as well, that isn't leading through into actually things happening on the ground. And I'm just wondering about that. And so, can we expect that as the new model rolls out, that the situation where one Gardaí would be left, member of the Guards would be left on their own policing a disco at the end of the night, that won't happen in the future? Well,
I think we'd want to avoid that no matter what model we had through the rostering system.
But that's been going on for a number of years.
Well, I know it has been going on, and we have a roster that's been in place now for 4 years, I think. And so part of both the Commission and various reports have mandated us to revisit that roster, and that's what we're doing. We want to change that roster which is more reflective then of having personnel on the right times, and so we don't have situations as you describe. So even outside of the structural changes we make, there's an important piece of work to do around the roster and making sure that we have staff on at the right time.
Okay. Just in relation to the measures and the new plans that are taking place in relation to the consultation with joint policing committees.
Yes.
Has there been consultation with the joint policing committees, or
no? But we will be providing information for the chief superintendent so they can brief the joint policing committees, and also I've said that I and my senior team will make ourselves available for any of the joint policing committees. We're very happy to go along and explain the restructuring and the advantages that we see in terms of the policing service that it'll deliver.
And has the work of the joint policing committees fed into this process at an early stage, or are joint policing committees relevant?
Well, no, they're not irrelevant. They're very important as a local forum for accountability. But where this started is back into then a number of reports, and you can start a number of places. But if I start with the inspector's report of 2014, which talks about the structure of the organisation and how it needs to change, that is repeated